Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail, and with me is John DeGoey. John is an investment advisor, and he's also the author of the Professional Financial Advisor, second edition. John, let's talk about what's a fair price to pay for investment advice. Let's say I've got a low six-figure portfolio, a few $100,000. What do you think is a fair price for me to pay for an advisor who provides a variety of services?
Yeah, if the advisor is in fact providing a variety of services, then you should be expecting to pay over 1%, somewhere between 1 and 1.5%, depending on the advisor, where you're working, and what the advisor is doing.
So lay that out for me. What would that be in dollar figures, and how would I actually mechanically pay this money to my advisor?
Okay, so let's say it's a $400,000 account, and let's say it's a 1 1/4% fee. That works out to $5,000 a year. You might be billed monthly, you might be billed annually, perhaps in advance, but at any rate, that's what it's going to be. You add taxes on top, and then the advisor will be not only helping you to manage the portfolio, the buys and the sells, the rebalancing, but also hopefully, this is not always the case, but hopefully helping to integrate taxes, reviewing wills, estate planning, that sort of thing, making sure you have the right amount, the right kind of insurance, that sort of thing.
Okay, this is good stuff, because this is how the advisor earns the fees that are automatically charged.
That's right, and so the advisor is going to get paid whether he or she does those things or not, but hopefully a good advisor, if he or she is providing value, will be doing other things.
Okay, now John, I want to talk about the low end of the scale and the high end of the scale. Let's jump to the high first. Seven-figure portfolio, several million. How should my fees come in?
Once you're into seven figures, it should be 1% or less, for sure, depending on how much over the $1 million mark are. But if you're at $1 million, it might be, say, let's say it was 1%, that's about $10,000 a year. Okay. But at $2 million, it might be, say, 0.75%, so it's $15,000 a year.
All right, now, the low end of the scale, my last question to you, I'm a starter. I've got $5,000, $10,000. I'm starting off with my advisor. What sort of a fee would I expect to pay in that situation?
You probably won't be able to get an advisor that will work for you on an assets under management basis, on a fee-based arrangement. You might be able to find an advisor who will work on a fee-for-service level, where you pay maybe $1,000 to do some work, just to quantify things for you, to give you a written financial plan, for instance, that sort of thing. But then at that point, you're on your own.
And of course, my alternative would be to use an advisor who will sell me mutual funds, and I'll pay my fees through the funds.
That's correct.
Okay, thanks, John.
Pleasure.